Hi, I'm Ryan with cookingformen.net, and today we've got something I'm very proud of, and that is beer brought macaroni and cheese. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a variation of something most of us have eaten in the past when we were younger, and that's macaroni and cheese with hot dogs in them. But we're going to add brats that have been cooked in some beer, and then we're going to make that beer a part of our cheese sauce and our macaroni. So there are about 6 ingredients that you need. Not very hard. If you get all of them, it's going to be around $5 or less. So the first thing you need to get is a box of macaroni. Let me put that in for you, alright? Box of macaroni. This is a 16-ounce box. We're only going to be using 8 ounces of it. If you like other types of pasta, you can get that too. You need to get a little container of heavy whipping cream. Alright? This is optional, but you can get a bag of shredded cheese. You want to add more cheese to your macaroni. Most people, I'm sure, have a can of beer, so whatever your favorite beer is, use that. I've got a big bottle right here. Get a pack of brats. These are pre-cooked brats, so I'd recommend that. It'll make it a lot easier and a lot faster to make. And lastly, you need to get some cheddar cheese condensed soup. All right, you can get that pretty much anywhere. So get a can of this. This is, this is a 10-ounce can. So those are the 6 things that we need, and let's get started. Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is turn on your faucet, get some hot water running, and put it in a pan so you can start getting water heated up, ready to boil for your noodles. You can put as much water as the package says on the back of it for 8 ounces of noodles. It usually tells you. So you do that and get that started. That's always the first thing I try to do. Put it on high because that takes a little while to go. Next thing you need to do is you need to get a big frying pan. The bigger the better, not super huge. Alright, but we're going to get this, and then we're going to grab our beer, and we're going to put half a cup of this into here, throw in our chopped up brats, and start cooking our brats, warming them through. Okay, I'm going to put this on medium heat. I'm going to put about half a cup of my beer in here. Put a little more, that's alright. But we don't want to put too much, because you put too much, it's going to make your sauce soupy. So throw these in here. Alright, we're going to just let this heat up and start cooking these. Water's starting to boil. Perfect timing. And we're going to pour half the box of macaroni into here. You can just kind of eye it. Do a little more. Alright, put that back on, bring it to a boil, then put it down on low and let it simmer for the amount of time that the instructions say to do. Which here it says 9 to 11 minutes, so I'm going to let it boil. Set my timer. Alright, it's been about 6 to 7 minutes. The brats are starting to get cooked all the way through. They're getting warmed all the way through. Occasionally I'll just give it a little stir, get things going good. Next we're going to take our cheddar cheese soup. We're going to pour it in here. Almost looks like nacho cheese. Alright, make sure you get all of it in here. We want this to be cheesy. And this is going to be the cheese sauce. It's going to go on top of the macaroni. You see we still got the beer in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix it up, let it heat up a little bit, cheese is going to melt, it's going to be real nice. Alright, I've still kept it on medium heat. Yep, there goes my timer for my pasta, I'll get that in a second. But as you can see, I've kept it on medium heat. I've stirred it occasionally, the cheese started to melt. It's mixed in real nice with the beer, so it's giving it a little bit of a beer flavor. This consistency is pretty good for me. I really don't need it any thicker or thinner. I really like it like this. But if you didn't put enough beer in, you're going to be pretty thick, and that's where the heavy whipping cream comes in. You just pour in a little bit at a time, let it heat up, mix it up a little bit, and it will gradually get a little thinner, but still keep the good consistency. At the same time, if you put too much beer, and you made it too thin, then what you can do is you can add some cheese. Now, if you really like cheese, you can always add more cheese and get it even cheesier. But I think it's good how it is. I've already tasted it. It's got a real good flavor to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in my pasta now. I'm going to drain it, and I'm going to throw this on top. Okay, I've drained my pasta. I probably could have put a little bit more in. It's not a whole lot for how much sauce I have, but I like a lot of sauce. I like a lot of Brauts, so it works for me. But if you want more pasta, you can always do more pasta. You can always add another can of cheddar cheese, do another thing of Brauts, get a bigger pan. It's all what you want to do. So next thing we're going to do, I'm going to pour this top of the noodles. Mix it in real good. One of the things I like to do is I like to let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, kind of let it get thick. Alright. Do this. And also what I like to do is I like to throw in some cheese. So I'm just going to throw a handful of cheese on top. Hopefully this will melt and give me a nice crust on top of the cheese. So I'm going to put a top on it, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll have our food. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes in my little Tupperware container. I put some cheese on top of it. Pick it out, you can see what it looks like. Macaroni with some cheese on top. I put a lot of cheese, so the top didn't completely melt. But we'll do see as nice and creamy. Steam still coming from it, cheese, brats, macaroni. You can even smell the beer a little bit. It's going to taste great. You bring it to a tailgate, your buddies are going to love it, and you'll be the hit. Perfect. Don't forget to check us out at cookingformen.net. You can check us out on Twitter at cookingformen on Twitter, and also on YouTube, Cooking for Men. Thank you.